Good morning, afternoon, evening, YouTube. Hope everyone is well, wherever you're watching this from. Another week, another hoodie. It's still hoodie season in the UK, unfortunately. It's like apparently 11 degrees today. It's raining outside and it just feels colder than it is. But I mean, let's be honest, 11 degrees at the end of March isn't exactly amazing. So currently I am prepping my meal too. So just putting a little bit of salad together, cooking off a little bit of veg. So I've got some tender stem broccoli on the pan with some mushrooms and spinach, and then I've got the potatoes and heck sausages in the air fryer. So that is that. And yeah, it's getting on for 12 o'clock, which is what time I would usually eat this meal. I've had my oats already today. Monday, it's leg day. Not feeling beautifully recovered because I did go to Ultraflex Durham on Saturday. Went up to see a client who lives up where I'm from, which is like Darlington, and yeah, that's like obviously County Durham. So we went up, trained at Ultraflex Durham. Good little session, but at the same time, like, because we were in a different gym, I didn't follow my usual leg day that I would have on a Saturday, which is very glute focused. This time we jumped on the hammer strength leg press. We also did the Atlantis hack, which it's a very friendly hack. It's very light and yeah, generally easy to use compared to other hacks. You'll see people like loading quite a lot of plates on there. However, I just did 3 plates a side actually this time around. I used to do like 4 back in the day when I was training at Ultraflex regularly, the local Ultraflex to me. But this time I wanted to actually, you know, connect better with it, execute better. So put my feet at the bottom of the platform, used to do it in the middle. And yeah, just really focus on getting as much knee flexion as possible, rinsing my quads. But yeah, the DOMs today, we actually did get into like, we did 2 sets on the hack. We'd already done 3 on the leg press. And I turned to Cara and I said, I think we should stop now, like doing these. If I do a 3rd set on the hack, I'm really definitely not going to recover in time for legs on Monday. So we did stop, but equally, you know, still smashed like a little bit more than I would usually do on a Saturday leg day. So not feeling fully recovered today, not feeling buzzing to go and train lower today because, you know, I'm a little bit sore, but we'll get on with it. But yeah, overall, lovely little session. We did get some glutes in at the end there. So yeah, did get some glute work that I'd have usually done. And yeah, Ultraflex Durham as a whole, decent enough. Not the best Ultraflex. That's the room you're seeing now is the downstairs, and this is the upstairs bit where all Ultraflexes seem to have like abs and a bit of arms and cardio upstairs and a mezzanine, and then there's like a posing room as well in the corner there. So yeah, it was fine. Just one sort of downstairs room and then a mezzanine upstairs. Everything you need. Nothing special. That's it. You're welcome. That is a very pleasing noise to any fellow bodybuilders. The White Monster, classic. Right, due an update, I believe. It's been pretty mental couple of weeks. I'm about to go into a third mental week. I feel like every week is, I just don't. Yeah, I try and find the time to YouTube, but as you can see, I've filmed little bits and bats here and there, little bits of my Ultraflex Durham trip, and you saw my check-in on Tuesday. It's now Easter Sunday, so happy Easter, although obviously it won't be Easter when this video actually gets uploaded and released. But yes, nonetheless, I hope you all enjoyed. Hopefully some chocolate eggs, I know I did, and a general nice time, unless you're on prep and then you probably didn't have any chocolate eggs, and you probably just did some cardio. But yes, I will give you all a little update. So essentially, check-in was good. Recently, I guess, my weight started to drop back off from where we had that, like, obviously the initial kind of spike post-shoot. I think I got down to 141 on shoot day, but that was just from drying out. I would say my general kind of end of diet weight was like 142. And then I was coming in around 143, 144, like up until check-in last, like, well, Tuesday just gone. So basically only a pound or two above. And yeah, just as you can probably see, you know, conditions kind of holding quite nicely at the moment. Just general body composition is in a good spot, and we need to push essentially, because I think I've got like 4 months left now. So obviously it's April next week, so I'll have April, May, June, July of like push up, and then we'll have another mini cut starting on the 1st of August. Am I going to leave that in the video, or am I going to cut that out and pretend it didn't happen? That was a better first sip. There we go. But yeah, 4 months to push up, and essentially definitely feeling in a position right now where training performance could be better, like recovery could be better. I'd like to be able to push, and for that to happen, obviously more food needs to go in, because we hadn't had any food increases since the initial post-diet bump up in food. And I didn't say anything in my check-in because I just think I've got a naughty little habit of sometimes telling my coach what to do. Like, I think we should increase food now, or like, can we keep cardio at this level, or whatever. I was like, don't say anything, let him actually do his job. And I was obviously intrigued to see if he was feeling the same vibe as myself, and he was. I think he mentioned about 5 times in the check-in, like, I'm gonna up food, don't hate me. So I kind of reassured him afterwards, like, it's fine, I also do want to up food, and that is exactly what I would do if I was coaching myself. I'd up food right now, it's necessary. So he was like, it's only going to be 25 grams of carbs, just the 100 calories, you know. It's like, yeah, it's fine, like, it's a small bump in food, it's warranted, and yeah, it's all good. Just like, I was proud of myself for not stepping in, because like, yeah, I mean, as much as he's kind of happy for it to be like a collaborative approach, it's like, well, that's lovely, but then I sometimes find myself almost dipping into the territory of like, you might as well coach yourself if you're just going to tell your coach what to do all the time. So yeah, I want to obviously know that we're on the same page, and for me to know that, I need to not step my foot in it all the time and tell him what I think we should do, and just let him actually do his job. So yeah, food has been upped, which is obviously nice, in line with the fact that obviously it's Easter this week, so I've had a little bit of extras here and there. I also went for dinner with a friend on Friday night, stuff like that. So, you know, there's been a bit of extras going in. I think I weighed in at like 146 this morning, but I'm probably is going to be like 145 again when things calm down a little bit, because yeah, I've had some extras. And yesterday was a day out in Birmingham, so I went to Birmingham because I have a client there who's starting prep soon, and for me it's just a case of like wanting to see people in person as much as I can, obviously, and for her specifically, it's like, well, I don't want someone to be going into a prep really and they've never met me. And you know, prep's a very sensitive time. We need to be able to really have a special level of trust, I would say. Like, of course, all my clients I want a special level of trust with, but you know, I wouldn't want someone getting to their show day and they've never met me. I think show days, she's competed before, to be fair, but you know, just it doesn't mean that you don't get nervous. Like, so obviously going into, like, this is her second season, and I don't want her getting on stage having never met me and then having that extra stress of show day. Like, now that she knows me, it's great, you know. So yeah, went to Birmingham to meet her yesterday, went back to Ultimate Fitness, which is where I did the team meet last month. Awesome gym, you know, really good. Bumped into a few people because it's such a hub, it's such like a hub, that gym. So if you are like a UK bodybuilder, like you will just bump into people that you know from the industry, whatever, from Instagram. So yeah, pretty cool just to see a few people as well. I had a sick leg day. So this week I wanted to actually try and keep my Saturday session more glute focused. So yeah, we started on the hamstring curl, which is standard for like every leg day really anyway. You know, just like warm up the joints, especially around the knee, but prior to kind of any big compound movements. And then we went on to the gym Leco leg press, which I used last time I went there. I'll show you a couple of the sets. I actually put three and a half plates aside this time round. I did 3 last time. The first rep, I was like, this was a mistake. Had to ask Nirvana to help me unrack it. Especially, again, short people problems. It's like I literally can't unrack it myself, and I can't like rack it in at the end of the set either. I have to like leave it forward. So then I've got that extra challenge at the start of the rep to actually get it pushed off, because I'm not pushing it off from like the correct starting position. I'm pushing it off from a much more compromised position, which makes it a lot more difficult. But we got there, did a big set on that, did 2 more sets as well, in line with my usual sort of 3 working sets on a horizontal leg press that I do on a Saturday. After that, we moved on to the belt squat. Nirvana had told me literally the day before that her gym has got rid of the belt squat, which she always does on a Saturday and loves. So I was like, right, let's do a belt squat today. And my God, it was heavy AF. And especially after the 3 sets on the gym Leco press, like I was pretty fried in terms of my glutes at this point. So literally we just put like a plate aside, so 20 kilos on each side of that belt squat. And like obviously when you get in that like proper nice below parallel depth as well on any squat, you know, that challenge of then being able to come back up is so difficult. I could really feel like my glute meds like just proper like contracting hard in the reps, and it was really challenging. So I really enjoyed the belt squat actually. After that, we decided to give the booty builder a go. That was cool, actually. I mean, it's a lot of machines, like the cues on them aren't very good, but the cues on this machine were like fantastic. So it said stuff like about how you want to be at the top of the rep and you want your knees at a 90-degree angle. I think that helps people to realize like you can't like be too, like you can't have your foot placed too far away from your bum. Otherwise you go above 90 degrees and you're not getting your glutes. And equally, if you're too close and you've got too much knee flexion, you tend to get your quads. So yeah, I thought that was a really good cue. And they were saying, it said as well about driving through your heels and the middle of your foot as well. Again, that really helps to keep the glutes engaged. And it said about really bringing your hips up high and contracting the glutes at the top. So yeah, I thought there were some really good cues there. You know, just in general, I think getting your glutes in any kind of hip thrust move can actually be quite challenging. A lot of people will find that their quads take over, or they're feeling their hamstrings as well more. So to actually get the glutes, you know, it can be quite a challenge. But yeah, we managed. I certainly did. It was like, yeah, glutes on fire. Really quite enjoyed it, to be honest. Nirvana struggled a little bit more, but we just kind of had a little play around with it, because you can move the machine backwards and forwards to like how far you are going to be away. So we were just trying to make sure that she got that 90 degrees when she was at the top of the reps and stuff like that with her knees. So yeah, it was decent. We did that instead of doing like, I'd usually do like cable kickbacks, but Nirvana doesn't get on with those anyway. We like kind of took them away from her plan not too long ago. And so I was like, why would we do those when you already don't get on with them? And also it's quite like I did with my other client, Cara, at the Ultraflex Durham the week before. we realised how boring doing cable kickbacks together is. It's like, you know, you're obviously going to have to either do it like at the same time, and you can't spot or encourage each other. Like, it's quite a boring exercise to do like with someone else. So yeah, we sacked that off and did the booty builder instead. We used the Panatta lateral raise machine, which is, I like that machine, to be fair. I've used it in other gyms, so we used that to do like a little bit of delts, did 3 sets on that. And then we finished with the abductor. So we just gave our glutes a little bit of a rest because they were absolutely fried, did the delts, and then came back to the abductor because someone was using it. So we thought, well, we'll let them do it. We'll do delts first. Came back to the abductor, finished off. And yeah, Nirvana was noting that, because on her plan, I make her start with the abductor as more of like a warm-up exercise. Whereas she's like, God, it's different finishing with it. And I'm like, yes, it is different finishing with it. Like, your glutes are fried and then you're trying to abduct at the end there. It is a different sensation. So obviously different programming, but it's nice to kind of do something slightly different sometimes and, you know, get something else that you wouldn't usually get out of an exercise by kind of moving things around. So yeah, that was good. And we posed afterwards. So obviously that's one of the main things as well about seeing a client in person, especially like a prep client as well. If they're about to start a prep, it's like, oh, well, let's see where your physique's at. Are we going to then need to tweak any of the programming? You know, obviously you see pictures, but there's nothing better than seeing someone in person in, like, you know, harsher lighting as well. Like, let's say it's obviously the posing room's like designed to kind of bring out your physique, so you're going to see everything you need to see. I wanted to also see her, like, I've never seen her like actually doing the walks and stuff like that, practicing walking, which she said she doesn't generally do at home and stuff, which is obviously really important when you're walking on stage. And she will be doing some like stacked shows this year as well, so it's like she needs to stand out. Basically, she's got a fantastic shape, but she needs to stand out. And, you know, you want to be walking on stage, you want to be catching the judges' attention, things like that, and being confident. So we looked at that. I did a little bit of posing as well, just for a laugh at the end, just like, might as well, you know, while we're in a nice posing room. So yeah, it was generally a really, really fun day. And that's that. And then this morning, I had the pleasure of meeting another client in person for the first time, because she's from Gloucester, but she's up in Leeds where her mum lives. So she was like, while I'm there, are you free on Sunday? And so we went for a nice, lovely walk this morning, got coffee and had a nice walk around like a valley where I live. So like, there's like, you go into like forestry, and it's all very nice and scenic. So we had a really nice, about 10,000 step walk this morning. So that was ideal. Got most of my steps already today. And yeah, just got cardio to do later. Got loads of like general life admin to do. You might have seen me advertising on a previous video that I've got like a group shoot package that I'm starting, like a 12-week group shoot. And that like officially starts next week. So it's all fantastic that I've filled all the spaces for it, and I'm super grateful about that. But now it's just about getting everyone set up on that next week so that they've got their programs ahead of like the start date, you know, so they know what they're doing. So I've got all that to sort of crack on with. So I think I'm going to have to really get ahead of that today, to be honest. Like, sometimes you just end up having to work on a Sunday, and that's just the way it is. Like, I don't get bank holidays. Like, obviously most of my clients or whatever are off tomorrow. Like, if they've got full-time employed work, they, you know, generally have like bank holidays off, whereas for me, straight into a busy working week. And like I said, I'm going to be doing a lot of work here today. I'm just going to be sat here today, really, have a little break to go and do my cardio, maybe edit some of this video as well and actually get it up, because I know it's been a little while, but yeah, I've just been a bit busy. So yeah, looking forward to getting that 12-week shoot prep underway for everyone, because yeah, it's going to be an awesome day. It's really exciting. I'll probably make it more of a thing, a regular thing, if it, well, it will go well, I know it will. So based on like the sign-ups that I've had and how well I know it's going to go. The photographer I'm using is amazing as well, and she's like, she's affiliated with quite a few different companies, so like we're going to have lots of goodies like from like various places like Skinny Food and just other companies that she works with. There's going to be quite a lot of like goodies going on in the day, so I'm glad that that's going to get sorted as well, because, you know, obviously I'll bring some of my own goodies and things as well, but it's nice to know that she's just working with someone who's like giving a lot as well and being very collaborative and really helpful. So yeah, it's going to be really fun. Can't wait for that. But that's pretty much it. So yeah, my food's been upped. I think I'm eating around 2,500 calories now, generally speaking, on a day-to-day basis. The training and rest day macros don't, like, calories don't fluctuate that much because I've got just like more fats on a rest day, more carbs on a training day. So it's not, the calorie-wise, there's not much of a discrepancy, to be honest. So that's that. Cardio, we've agreed it on 4 lots of 25 minutes because, yeah, 5 lots was too much. 4 lots, I still, to be honest, rather do a little bit less just because I'm so busy and I get stressed when I've got to like do cardio in the morning and I just kind of want to wake up and get on with check-ins, but I've got to go and do cardio, so I do try and time my cardio on days when I'm not doing check-ins if possible, hence why I'll obviously do it today on a Sunday and stuff like that. But yeah, 4 lots at the moment. I'm hoping, to be honest, that'll drop down to like 3 in the not so distant future. But that's it for now. 12k steps as always, standard. And yeah, nothing really on the PED front. Obviously just off season, just GH metformin. That's literally year round. It has been for like 2 years, more than that. Obviously Clen came out after the photo shoot. Might have already mentioned that. That's just what I was running while we were you know, dieting for the shoot / doing the mini cut. And that's it. End of story. I think that's all updated now. I think this will be a long enough video, hopefully, to keep people happy if you're doing cardio while watching it or whatever. And yes, I will leave it there. If you've got any questions, anything like that, just let me know. Please do leave a comment if you want to ask me anything, or just, you know, generally give feedback on the video. Please do like the video. I forgot to say that at the end of the last one, and I got a significant amount less likes than I usually do, and they really do make a difference. So please do like the video if you have got this far and watched the full thing. And obviously, if you haven't already subscribed, please do subscribe for updates. Yes, and I'll keep you all in the loop. Thank you so much, as always, for watching along. I'll see you in the next one. Ciao for now.